I try to tell every person that works there, every employee, from an actor to a technician to a box office employee to an administrator, if this place had not existed, my life would have probably went in a very different pathway. So for every show, there is a fourth grader, there is a senior citizen, there is a teenager, there is a middle-ager who's going through some sort of midlife crisis, right? We are changing their life in some way, because sitting in a darkened room and all breathing the same air and having the same experience with something that you see on stage is unlike any feeling you'll ever have. And when you don't have that, you miss it. And you know, we see people all the time who will stop us and just say, you don't know what it meant to me to see this show at this point in my life. And everybody on stage knew nothing about that, but that was life-changing to them. My name is Bryce McDonald. I am the producing director and CEO of the Cumberland County Playhouse here in Crossville, Tennessee. The Playhouse started in 1965 is when our doors first opened. No one believed that a theater in the rural mountains of Tennessee that was not located in a metropolitan area would ever be successful. And here we are 58 years strong as the largest rural not-for-profit professional theater in the state of Tennessee, which we're very proud of. And it started because a family came here to visit their grandmother. Paul Crabtree was a director and an actor, and his wife Mary was an actor and a dancer. And they came back after years of being on Broadway and out in California, working in the television world, and came here on a visit. And by whim, they started teaching in the education department at our local school system because they didn't have an arts program. And from that, he decided to direct a play with a bunch of elementary and middle schoolers just for fun at Christmas called The Perils of Pinocchio, and the town went wild. And they asked him, how do we keep this for our children? How do we make Crossville a bigger tourist town, and how do we improve economic development? And he jokingly said, build me a theater and I'll stay. And they did a year and 4 months later, and that's where we began. I came here the first time. I can tell you the exact seat I sat in. I was on a fourth grade school trip and I saw Annie, and it changed my life. I didn't know that I was looking for my tribe, but I had found my tribe. And I just wanted to always be here. And so I did everything I could to make sure I kept coming back. I tried to keep as good grades as possible to come to all these school trips. And I just kind of became obsessed with the place, for better lack of the word. I was wanting something in the arts, and this became my home. We produce about 10 shows each season, and that opens in February and runs until the end of December. January is kind of our rev up month to get everything ready. And we also have a really outstanding education department that currently has about 169 students in it. And a lot of our artists and our resident professionals are also our teachers, because we find it very valuable to the families and the children that are taking to see someone do the art that they're also teaching them, that they're not just a teacher and not doing it. This is how they make their living, as being a performer. So, you know, you're looking at 10 shows, anywhere between 22 and 25 performances of each production. So we're pretty much January through May, and then August through December.
Smiling at me, nothing but blue skies. Do I see?
What hooked me to the Cumberland County Playhouse are the people. It really is a family environment working here. We all look out for each other, and I just love the quality of work that we do. We have amazing designers and an amazing team here of directors, choreographers, and it makes for a wonderful rehearsal time, wonderful performance time, and I mean, I made lifelong friends here.
He's like, I see him like ducking in between things.
Oh yeah, I've definitely not been going here.
One of my favorite musicals of all time is White Christmas. This will be my third time doing the show. My first time at the Playhouse, but my third time doing White Christmas, and it is just a blast. I love it. It's heartwarming. It's Christmas time, so what can you not love about Christmas time? And the singing, the dancing, it's just classic. It really is. It's based off the movie, of course, that everyone really knows, and I think they did a great job of putting it up on the stage.
So this production of White Christmas is unique for us because the director has played the two other leads in the show at two different productions at this theater. So Britt Hancock, who is also our artistic director, brings this whole just love and respect for this story. You know, our production, we've added a lot of tap dancing to it. It's always been a dance show, but it varies on how much, whether you're doing tap, whether you're doing more contemporary, whether you're doing more musical theater style. And he got with the choreographer and just was like, let's really tap it up. Let's really wow the audience. So it's these lavish, like golden age movie musical dance numbers. You know, the set disappears, fog rolls in, there are lifts of girls in giant dresses that are spinning around. It's that fantasy that when you watch those old classic, you know, on Turner Classic Movies or PBS, you know, you watch these classic pieces of art form that doesn't really exist anymore except in live theater, and it's literally like the movie has leapt off of the screen and into your lap. And it's just a unique take on it, and there's so much heart in it that there's rarely ever a dry eye in the house. People are singing along with us, and people are holding hands and walking out smiling. It's a really magical experience, and it's been one of our greatest achievements this year to watch this come to life with this phenomenal cast that we have.
In our production, I have this one line that I say to Bob, and it's when we're like fighting at the beginning, and I think he's a little stuck up, and I say, Mr. Wallace, I'd wish you a Merry Christmas, but you probably don't believe in Christmas. And then we have this little laugh face off and then walk away from each other. And it's just, it's comedy, it's great. I just love it so much.
Mrs. Haynes.
Mr. Wallace, I wish you a Merry Christmas, but you probably don't believe in Christmas. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Are you kidding? We have got to get those two
I
together.
am so proud every day to come to work. And I do. I literally love to walk into this building, empty, full of people, to feel its heartbeat, to feel the pulse, to know that we affected somebody in a way. You know, we changed our entire mission statement when we took over the theater, and that was, it is a theater that touches hearts, opens minds, and changes lives. Because at our very formidable stage of our careers, 18 to 25, that's what it did. It opened our minds to other people, other cultures, other status of people. It touched our hearts because we saw the magic of what live theater could do, and it forever changed our lives. It set us on a course that some of us might not have been on. And so that is my proudest moment. Every curtain call, every opening night, every ticket bought, every shaking a hand of a patron, I have to force myself to not get a little teary-eyed because I know how much it matters, and the general population doesn't even think it. It's just a luxury. We're just going to a show and we're going to have fun and it's going to be great, but you'll never forget that live experience for the 2.5 hours you're sitting in the seat.
Enjoy Irving Berlin's White Christmas.